Hey, happy people. Welcome back to another live session with me, Elsie. Oh my gosh, how have you guys been? I hope you've been doing very, very well. Gosh, today's session, as you can see from the title, I really wanted to share with you what's in my camera bag. And I have to be honest, setting up for today's live I'm so excited. Setting up for today's live was a mission and a half. Like, oh my god, I don't even know where to begin, but we are here. And yeah, welcome. So before I go any further, I'd like to introduce myself. So if you're new here or you're returning and watching again, welcome. Hi, my name is Elsie. I'm a photographer, and my specialties are portraiture, sports events, and documentary photography, like personal projects and stuff like that. So that's what I get up to. And as usual, I always do a little bit of housekeeping because that came in clutch last week, of which my stream went down. And I am going to activate it after I finish this, so you can go and watch it. And I was talking about, what was I talking about? Oh, how to get passes for like accreditation, media passes and all of that to events. So yeah, so after this stream, I'm going to activate that one. So please go and have a watch, because my internet decided, nope, it's not going to work today. I'm going down. So having said that, so today again, I always record my live session, so just in case something like that happens again, and then if I disconnect, I'll be back next week, but I will make sure to upload the recording of this live session onto my channel so you can go and have a look at it. And as usual, I'm a mom, interruptions are key, so I might be interrupted at any time on this live, so but not now. My kids are out at the moment, so which is good, so I can do this without any added pressure. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh yeah, I'll be looking around because I have my notes in front of me, and also on the side I'm just monitoring the stream. So if there are any questions or people commenting on the chat, I'll definitely be looking at that so I can respond to. I don't have a lot of the kit with me because I tend to loan out the kit, of which I returned literally yesterday. So I had a game this week, and yeah, I'm just looking at the live stream. It has frozen again, but it's okay, we'll continue. So this weekend actually, I did a rugby match, so I had a lens with me and a camera, of which I had to return. So but essentially what I'll be showing you in my bag is what I would normally carry, and how I would normally pack it. So if I had that extra camera and the extra lens, I will let you know where it will be placed within the my kit bag at the moment. And as you can see, oh, I don't know how to point. The box here, the box here. This is a loan from Sigma. Thank you so much, Sigma, for loaning me a lens. So that is my kit bag, but it will not normally be there. So again, this is not necessarily sponsored by Sigma, this video, or any of the items that I mentioned on here. None of the items that I mentioned have been sponsored, apart from probably the kit, the lens here. It's not a sponsored video, but I'm just pointing that out, that this lens, the box is here. It's a Sigma EF 70-200, is a loan, because I'll be photographing the Rugby World Cup at the end of this month. So I needed a lens that I could have with me throughout the tournament, or not having to worry about kit. And again, Sigma didn't have to do this. I still, my stream is like acting up as usual. I don't know how to, let me see if I can activate it from here, but the latency is like very low. My internet likes to play up when I'm doing this. So as I mentioned earlier, this is what it is. It is what it is. Oh my gosh, it can be such a derailer, you know. It really, like, I'm not very good at all this live thing. I'm still working my way around it. So when the live is like hanging and the internet is not playing ball, it really disrupts my flow, so to speak. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and continue. So I'm really grateful and appreciative of everyone who's joining in the live broadcast and just watching and checking out what I'm doing. What I will do, I'll keep, like I said earlier, I'm recording this, so I will probably re-upload the recording rather than leave the live on as it is, because of the way it's hanging. But we'll see how it goes. So I think the best way to go about this is just to probably just really, like, my bag is down here, and the room is getting dark because the sun always plays havoc every time I stream over here. So because I'm always getting like flares and stuff like that, that's why I've closed the blind. But I'm gonna put a light which will make the feed look a little bit different, so just bear with that. And I'm gonna go through my kit bag. Essentially, lighting, not so much, only one. I only have one. Especially for sports, I don't need lighting at all, to be fair. But I have like a speed light, and I'm gonna show you what I use. And then I also carry a little bit of audio and video stuff to like record or vlog behind the scenes stuff. And obviously the bag that I'm using, I'll show you what it is, which one it is. And then also I normally carry like 2 to 3 bags depending on what I'm taking with me on any given day. So I'm gonna show you that as well. And then yeah, so let me just see if I can swap you over to my camera. I need to put a light on to my setup here, because where the bag is, it's really dark. So let's see. Yeah, the lighting is not necessarily great. I think I'm gonna pull up the blind probably, because it's still light outside. Hopefully in the future, once I get more and more acquainted with this setup, I'll put better lighting. But for now, bear with me. So I'm gonna like probably, because I'm not liking how the lighting looks, and I have to squeeze. My office is really small. Trying to wheel myself backwards so I can pull up the blinds. Okay, let's see if with the lighting it looks a bit better, but I doubt it. Oh, okay, it looks a bit better. You guys can see. You guys can see. So I am going to swap around to my camera, so hopefully you guys can see me. I mean, see the bag. You wouldn't be able to see me. You'll just hear my voice and I'll show you what's in the bag. So I'm gonna transfer that now. So yeah, so this is the bag that I normally carry. It's a low pro bag. I can't remember. I'll put the details of everything that I share here. Not everything, like the major things, like the bag or anything. So I'm gonna share those in the description, like especially what bag I'm using, the camera, audio, flash, not necessarily that one, but something similar. Because the one I have in here is very, very old. So you're gonna be seeing my knees, Crocs, everything. So yeah, I will open up the bag and I'll show you what's on the lid last, I think. So I'm gonna do it like that. I don't know if that can be seen, but you know what, I'm gonna use that light. So yeah, I think that's better. So this is what the inside of my bag normally looks like on any given day that I'm going out to photograph sports, or even when I'm doing like a photo session or anything. I carry my roller bag, but it depends on the situation. I also have a backpack. I'm not gonna show it here today, but because I remember I carried it somewhere else, so the backpack. But and also again, it's a low pro. I've been a fan of low pro for such a bag. I'll start with the camera and then I'll walk my way through the bag. So my voice will keep changing because I'm dipping down low to the bag and the mic is close to my face, but I hope you guys can hear me really, really well. So I will start with this area over here, and I normally put my camera. So that's my R7. As you can see, that's my R7, and I have the Peak Design anchors there. I don't know, are they called anchors? I think they are called anchors because I have a Peak Design strap. So I normally I have a few straps of Peak Design. So I normally put the anchors on the camera, on the R7. So that's my upgrade camera from my 7D. So I normally have this is normally my second body when I'm out photographing. So the R7 is that, and with this R7 I normally use this lens. I think I've spoken about this lens before. This is the EFS 1755 lens, and that's an f2.8 lens. So quite old lens, but it's very, very good. When I bought the 7D, my Canon 7, in this corner is the hood, where I put the hood, and in it I put like and the hood goes back in there, the camera goes in there, EFS or any EF lenses. So I have this adapter, so I'm able to use this lens onto the RF body. So that is mine. And even when I loan, depending if I get if I have an EF camera, I always loan out an R3 camera. So depending on the lens that's available or not, I will also get an additional adapter just in case. If not, if it's an RF lens, I don't need an additional adapter. So let's have that. So this corner is my favorite piece of kit, my double strap, my Black Rapid double strap. I've had this double strap, I can't remember for how long, but this is one of my favorite things when I'm carrying my kit. And this is quite old, and how you can tell it's old, the R is yellow. It's one of the, I think, their first editions of the straps. And also, just to show you, their carabiners don't have a gate to stop this from opening. So these are the old ones. And also, yeah, this one still has the branding. Yeah, so this is the old design. The new design, they improved it with a clasp that comes on top of the screw bit that opens up. So it opens up, it screws, so it doesn't open up accidentally. But the clasp is like an extra protection. So my strap is quite old and it has lasted me for God knows how long. I love this thing. This is the best investment I ever made with regards to my photography. And the good thing about buying a double strap like this from Black Rapid is I can detach it. I can unclip it there and latch it there. Before I used to remove all these things, but now I figured out how to do it, and then I release this bit here, and then is it which side? I think it is, yeah, this side, the one with the R, becomes a single strap. So yeah, anyway, each side can be a single strap, but normally I keep the one with the logo as my single strap when I'm carrying just one camera body. So that's what I normally use. So this Black Rapid, best thing ever. I would highly recommend. As you can see with my cameras, I don't have the strap that comes with the camera. I hate them. I don't like them. I'm not a fan of those straps. So this is my go-to, and now I have a Peak Design strap as well that I use. But even that one, I use it as a crossbody, but it doesn't work as well as the Black Rapid as a single strap if I'm carrying one camera. The Peak Design doesn't work as well. I'm sorry. I just have to say how I feel about that. So this one, I just crunch it up and then just throw it in that corner. Over here, oh, I left this from, I always carry my charger, a charger for the cameras, but I hardly carry my chargers, especially when I know my batteries are full. And I've always like figured out like I for the R7 I have two batteries, the old one from my R7D and the new one that came with the camera. So I always have two batteries, but I think I'm gonna get some more with that. Probably one more of the newer batteries that go with the R bodies. So I hardly need to carry my chargers. This is in here because I carried the charger for the R3. And even then, I didn't need it. And normally, the camera, when I loan it out, normally comes with two batteries. And I end up only exhausting one. So the other one is just like backup. So that's that. That's why this is in there. But normally, I don't carry this. But if I know I'm going for a longer session, definitely I will carry my chargers. But touch wood, I've never needed to carry chargers. I always make sure my batteries are charged the day before any event. They're fully charged and everything is backed up. So yeah, so I'll just put it on the side. So here, the way I've kitted this bag out, I've used this divider as a way to stop the lens from coming out, but I find it like easier for me to pack either a 70-200 Canon lens, which I normally sometimes loan out, or in this instance, as I said earlier, I've been loaned the Sigma 70-200, and that's what it is there. This is an EF lens, 2.8, and this is from their sports line, and you can tell with the S there. I don't know if you can see that S. So they have contemporary, art, sports. Yeah, is it 3 lines? Yeah. So this is from their sports range. And unfortunately, Sigma have discontinued a lot of their good lens, a lot of their sports lenses, especially for Canon, which is unfortunate. But this is the only one that I could get. They don't have this in the RF yet. I'm hoping that will change in the future. Hence me taking this. And because I have an adapter, I can use this lens on my R7. and all I need to do is just swap out the lens for the other one, so it works out. So this is where I normally place that lens there, and it's nice and secure because there's another divider over here. I don't know if you can see there's another divider that stops it from coming forward. But anyway, the wheels of the bag are down there, so it will be down that way. This space is normally where I'll place the R3 over here. That camera is quite tall, so I cannot, where this bag is, I cannot place the camera here. So I normally place it like this over here. I can demonstrate with this one because this one is shorter. This one fits perfectly here because there's a huge bump, hard bit over here. So if I place the R3 here like this, it comes quite high, so I won't be able to close the bag. So normally I would put it here. There's a squishy bit here, so the camera is protected. I'll normally place it here. As you can see, it goes deeper, and that's how I'll place that. And then I have this bag, which is where I put my accessories. So that bag normally, so I took it out from there. I'll put this back here. So in this bag I'll normally carry, that's the spare battery. So the new R batteries have the Canon logo here, this gold thing, and the newer ones is white. I think so. This is, I don't think they're doing these batteries anymore. So this is the battery that came with the R7. So I normally have it in there. I have my DJI, what are these things called? Sunglasses, aka filters. But unfortunately the case, oh, it's super dusty. Unfortunately the case doesn't close anymore, which pisses me off. Cleaning cloth in there. I have a USB to USB-C adapter for my laptop. Memory card thingy. This is a lightning to USB-C adapter if I want to transfer things to my phone. I tried it and it doesn't work for some reason, but I still have it in there just in case. I also have this mount for my hot shoe in case I want to put my gimbal onto my camera or something else that has a, is it a quarter thread here? So I have that adapter in there. Micro SD, what is this adapter? Micro SD adapter for my gimbal if I want to transfer pictures. Another card thing, I don't even know why I have that in there. And then I have a card reader as well. This is a SD card reader to lightning, so I can transfer pictures onto my phone if need be. And I think that's it. The bag is empty. So this is just like my accessory pouch. So I always throw my extra batteries in this pouch, so it's easier to transfer. It's easier to transfer the pouch into my other bag need be. I just pick this thing up and throw it in another bag. So that stays there. Moving right along, we'll come to this corner. These trousers have never left my kit bag. These are wetproof trousers. I've since outgrown them, but I've just left them there just in case I can use them to cover my camera on the pitch if need be. But yeah, it's in a bag. I can't even remember where I bought this, but yeah, those are like waterproof trousers. On a pinch I can always put them on, but I don't think they fit me anymore. I keep trying them on just to make sure they fit me, but yeah, for some reason I've just kept them in my bag. I've never taken them out. So that's that. I also have like rain covers in this corner. I have this this is from a company called, it's always written on there, what is it, Optech USA, rain sleeve. And what I like about this one, it can fit, literally fit up to a 400 lens. Like, yeah, it's quite big. So even with a 7200, that you put it on the camera and over the lens, your camera is protected on a rainy day. As you can see, one looks smooth because I haven't used it. I've used this one, so I always have this in my kit bag. And then of course a tote bag just in case. That one never leaves my bag, is always there. So that corner, that's what's there. This corner never changes, it's always like that. Moving right along, here I have my flash, very old Canon flash, one of the first ones that I've ever bought. It still looks brand new. It's the 430 EX2 speed light, and I always put my sticky labels on my stuff just in case. This is my old logo. So that's my speed light that I have. It works. I know how to use it. A lot of people might think, oh Elsie, how do you use that? How does it work? It works for me because I've had it for so long. It's not broken. It works perfectly. It uses 4 batteries. I always have rechargeable batteries in here. At the moment I use the Eneloop Pros. There, the Eneloop Pro batteries. And there, I know I shouldn't be leaving them in there, but I'm good. But yeah, this is a flash that I have, and it has its stand in there still. And I also have like cutout filters for some odd reason, which I've never left in the case. So that's that. So this is my go-to. This is my lighting, guys. This is my lighting when I want to just add that feel, a light onto portraits while I'm on the pitch or outdoors. So this is my go-to. Yeah, when I get money, I'll probably upgrade to the Profoto or Godox or something, but this one does the job just okay. And right there, I always put my audio. These are my Rode Wireless Pros, the mics, and the accessory pouch as well. So I always carry my mics with me because I like to mic myself up and just talk throughout the game of what I'm seeing or whatever. So that is always with me. Or when I'm vlogging, I just put the mics onto my vlogging camera, as in I connect the mics to my vlogging camera. So I always carry, not all the time, sometimes I carry this. If I don't feel like doing audio, this space is where I'd put the R3 as well. So because this space is wide enough for it to fit. But I normally put the mics there. And down here is a battery case as well, extra batteries for the flash. And I've labeled them like the plus, the bumpy bit will be no charge when I turn them around, and then full charge. So I know what to do. So like right now, these batteries are from IKEA. I bought them ages ago, just discovered. So as you can see, the bump, the positive is like this, so it means they're fully charged. So once they're done, I just turn them around like this, and I know I need to charge the batteries. So that's why I label them like that. So yeah, 4 batteries for the speed light. So that one goes down here, and then I put this back here. And then this just rests on top. And then on this corner here is my Instax Mini 70. So this is my project camera. I'm working on a project called Instance. It's a working title. The title might change, but at the moment it's a very long-term project. So I always make sure I have this camera with me at all times. Quite old. I've had this for years. It still works. It does the job that it needs to do for my project, and it's in my favorite color, blue. It has film in there at the moment, so you can see with the yellow tab. So this is a camera that never leaves my kit bag, just in case I need to work on the project. It will only leave my kit bag when I'm not carrying it, so I will carry it in my other bag. So that's the only time it leaves. But if I'm carrying this bag, it's always in here, and it has that space right there. And in this corner, I have a rain cover of sorts. I found this, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna use this to probably just cover my camera when I'm not using it as much on the pitch when it's raining. So this comes in really, really handy because it goes over the camera really well. And on top, next to it is where I put the pictures that I've taken for my project. As you can see, at the moment I have some pictures already there, and this is what I show people. I always like empty it out. I show people of what the project looks like when people sign it. So yeah, fits really well. This is a mint box I got in Paris, and it just fits really well. So that's that, but it's quite thin. That's why I said I empty it quite a lot when I'm working on the project. So that also goes in my bag, and it lives right here. And this is the main compartment of my kit bag and what fits in here. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to the lid, which is over here. I want to show you exactly what I put there. So I'm gonna move this a little bit like this. So this is the lid of the bag, and it's going to be a bit awkward. So this flap right here is where the laptop goes, over here. But I stopped putting my laptop in there, because what happens is, if there's not a lot of weight on the main compartment of the bag, when you close the bag becomes front heavy. And this is the thing I don't like about this bag. It becomes front heavy and it tilts with the laptop in here. So I stopped carrying my laptop in this bag. Unfortunately, that's what it is. I've had to figure out how to prop my bag every time I put my laptop there, and sometimes I forget and it tips over, and I get scared that I might break my laptop. So if there's anything about this bag that I hate, it's that it becomes front heavy. Like literally it pisses me off. So I stopped doing that. But it's not a bad bag. I still have it. I've had it for years. It's a good bag, especially when you don't have a lot of kit. It's a good bag to roll around. And yeah, because a lot of people use think tanks and pelly cases and stuff. For me, this was an affordable choice, and that's why I went for this one. I think Lowpro have a larger version of this bag, but at the time when I was buying it, I could only afford this one. So I just wanted to point that out. So if I put it on the description and you go and look at it, be aware that if you put your laptop on that flap there, it becomes front heavy, and it might annoy you when it keeps tipping forward every time you prop it up, So that's what I wanted to get out of the way. So on this top mesh bucket, I normally put like snacks, and over here I've hung one of the Peak Design straps as well, that when I'm carrying one of my cameras with one hand, at least I have a strap to protect my camera so it doesn't drop. So that stays there, and there's always spare anchors as well. As you can see, there's an anchor there and there's another anchor here. I always carry spare anchors just in case I need them. And these spare anchors, I can always put them on the camera that I get on loan. That's why the anchors are attached to the zip thing on my bag. That's the reason they're mostly there for. So, and also to attach my strap so I don't forget. So this one is a spare strap. So I'm just moving my mic so you can hear me. As you can see here, snacks. This is a Nature Valley snack. Pens and the Sharpie that I use for my project, it's always there, and spare pens. What is this? Just a random envelope where this envelope, it just stays there, especially when I don't have a notebook. I just left it in there in case I need a rough paper to just scribble. It's what I got one of my accreditations in, so I just left it in the bag. Another pen. You can never have too many pens. Another snack, because trust me, please put snacks in your kit bag and always make sure you replace them There have been instances where I've gone to spaces where there's no food and I'm hungry or I need a sugar boost, and yeah, these snacks come in handy. So please put snacks in your bag if you can. I have one of these like food bags. I don't even know why I have this in there, to be fair, but just in case, I don't know, probably it was to cover my camera before I got the rain covers. So I have this for some odd reason. It's leftover, so I just put it in there. And then I have a card. What is this? A card thing from SanDisk. It was a sample, yeah, with my old cards. I think I was using this bag for something else with my 7D. These cards go in my 7D. These are the compact flash cards. Even this should not be in my bag, to be fair. So I'm gonna take that out, but that's what was in there. So I'm gonna put that back, everything back. And my snacks are still valid, so they're going back. So emergency snacks right there. That's on the top mesh pocket. In this mesh pocket, again, what is this thing? The anchors from Peak Design. And in there I have this, which for some reason I still have, is a lens and screen cleaner with a cloth. This was a sample from Direct Photographic, which they have changed their logo since. I still have that. This is really cool. Companies, please do this and give to photographers. Please, I'm asking, I'm begging. Yeah. So I have this right here. So that's that. And then I have, oh, let me just take it out. I have a toothbrush and toothpaste, which I need to replace. So for some reason I carry that. Oh yeah, and perfume, a sample perfume, toothbrush, toothpaste, which I think needs replacing, and floss, dental floss, and a pin. For some reason I have that. I don't know why I have that, to be fair. Oh yeah, I remember now. Sometimes I need to pin, when I was like in the studio, the reason I have a bobby pin here is because some ladies, when they come with low tops and it kept opening, or a shirt when it has a gap, this bobby pin comes in handy. So I think that's why I have this in there. I think it came in handy during a studio session, and I thought, you know what, I'll be keeping it in this case. This was from Muji, and I don't think they do this anymore. So I've had this for a very, very long time. So that's that. Ooh, this is those silica gels. I always leave this in my bag. It's in this pocket because when I put them in my main compartment, one burst and I wasn't happy about that, so it goes in here. So that's that. Earplugs, just in case. I have earplugs, and I have a spare lanyard for my passes in case I get a press pass that needs a lanyard. And I like this one because it's plain, it's not branded or anything, so I always carry a spare lanyard for that. So if the pass can be clipped into a lanyard, I have that and put it around my neck. And sometimes we get ones with the weird clip, and I don't like it because it keeps falling off. So yeah. Oh, and because that box was full, I threw my pictures in this box. These are not meant to be there. This is the project. This was a mistake. So yeah, I was emptying it out and I just threw it on in my bag. So these are some of the pictures that have been signed. So I'm gonna put them in my drawer here. I'm gonna even give you a sneak peek actually. Let's see if I can find it. I normally keep, as you can see, I normally keep the boxes and the prints fit in there perfectly. I never throw away the boxes. So I have 3 of them. This one is full. So all these are my projects. So I'm gonna arrange and put them in there. So that's in my drawer in there. So I'm gonna close that. And yeah, there you have it. That's what I put in my mesh pockets in my bag. So I'm gonna throw this back in there. They're gonna slide out because it's tilting. So that's that. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to show you that I normally carry. I'm gonna move the bag back this way. Oof, sorry about that. So earlier on I showed you this cloth and you're wondering, what, Elsie, what's that? This, guys, is a beach towel or a gym towel, a very micro one that I got from Decathlon. It literally is that size. That's how small it is. Obviously I got it in my favorite color, blue. The reason I have this is because when it rains, your kit gets wet, and this is a microfiber like towel. So I had is it called a chamois leather? But I keep forgetting it and I keep leaving it in the house. It's somewhere in the house. So I decided I saw a photographer on the page with an orange version of this towel, and I asked him where he got it from, and he told me he got it from Decathlon. So automatically I rushed to Decathlon and I grabbed me the small. I think this is the smallest size. They have other bigger versions which you can also buy for traveling, I suppose, but I like this one because it folds really, really small. And yeah, I put it in my kit bag, so when my kit gets wet, I literally, or when it's light rain, I put it on top of the kit so it doesn't get very, very wet. And also you can use it to even clean your kit, dry it off. When you're spraying this fluid to clean, you can, because this is microfiber, you can use it to clean your lenses and stuff like that. But also every time I come home, I need to wash it and stuff like that. And it dries really, really fast. So this is what this is. Really, really handy. Something I would really recommend for you to have in your kit bag. So yeah. And I like the fact that it has this band where it just holds it all together. So that's what this is. A microfiber towel for my kit bag. And I bought that specifically for my kit bag. And I think I've wrapped that up. So I'm gonna close the bag and just move it across and show you something else I have on my bag. And it's this. Again, this is from Decathlon. I went to Decathlon and I got myself a carabiner. And this carabiner locks. And the reason it's on this handle, it helps me to carry extra stuff that can't fit in the bag. And one of the items that I use the carabiner with is my stool. So this is something that definitely won't fit in the bag, but because it has a handle here, I will use the carabiner. I'll hook it onto the carabiner, and when I'm wheeling it, it just stays there. So that is the stool that I use on the pitch, my telescopic stool. Very, very handy. I would highly, highly recommend it. So yeah, you can get this even on Amazon. Different companies sell this, but I think I got mine from a camping store. I can't remember which one. So I was looking around and I made sure I was looking at camping gear, and I saw this stool, and they had them in different colors. That's why I got the blue one, because as I said, blue is my favorite color. So, and it stands out. I think I'm the only one all over the pitch who has a blue one. Every time I go, everybody has black or black and yellow accents. I've seen black and a blue or black and green accents like this. This bit is normally all black, and then you'll find like probably green or yellow here, or the yellow is here in this bit, if I remember correctly. But you can always look online. So it has this small carry handle and a big one. So that's one thing I also carry that won't fit in my bag. And the next thing that I normally carry as well, it's not what's in my bag, but I normally carry, I'm just going to show it now because they're here. So this is the other thing that I carry. It won't fit in the bag, but it's always there. But I can, if I zip up the bag, and turn the bag this way, the bag has straps here. I can always hook it up there. So, but I don't like doing that, to be fair, because there's nothing to hold it from falling off, apart from probably if I tighten it up, but I've hardly used these straps on the side of the bag. So I normally put this in my backpack, and that's the other bag that I carry. This is the backpack I use here, and if I have space in this bag, this monopod and my stool fits in it as well as other accessories. So yeah, so that's the other bag I carry when I'm out and about. So my monopod and the stool fits in it. And on my backpack I will put this gadget here. This goes on the strap, and then I put my gimbal. This is the adapter for my Osmo Pocket 3. So when I'm doing my POV of me probably walking to a stadium, like walking and recording myself walking to like Twickenham, I think I've done a time lapse of that on one of my videos. This is how I do it. I attach this to the strap and then the camera goes on there. So this is something I always carry with me as well. And then to add on to that, that's my gimbal, my Osmo Pocket 3, and I have this stand from Ulanzi. That's the MT73. So these two I'll always find space for it in the bag. Let me just again open it up. Let's see if we can do that right here, and I can show you where I would normally place this. So like, let's say this stands, for instance, I'll normally place it up here, yeah, because these are rubberized, so it won't damage the lens. So I'll place it like that, and the bag will close. With the gimbal, it's always on my crossbody, so I'll always carry that. And yeah, so this is always as well, I always carry this because it will attach like this, and I used to film myself taking pictures on the beach or wherever, or vlogging. I'll always use that piece of kit. And of course I cannot forget these two gadgets. This is my hard drive. I normally put my SSDs in here, so that's what I normally use to carry my SSDs. And these will go in the backpack, as well as this is my card carrier, and it's from PG Tech, and reader. So my SD cards are there and also there, so it has space for 4 micro SDs there and 4 SD cards, and then it's a reader there and the micro SD reader. So that's the cable right there, comes off like that. Oh, I need to extend it a bit, like that. And it's quite good, actually, like this reader, and it has a carabiner as well, so you can hook it to your bag, doesn't get lost. So this was a gift, actually. Thank you, Sarah, for this gift. And both of these have carabiners, so I can always like hook them onto my bag or in my bag, and they will not be stolen or whatever. So I can always hook them up. And if anything, these can always be, depending on how I've placed all of this, sometimes I always put them here. As you can see, they slot in really well, and they don't move. And because they have protecting over here, they won't damage any equipment that's here. And then this kit, I'll just throw it up here like this, on top of the lens like that. if anything, if I want to put everything in one central position, and then I'll always put that there and it will close perfectly. So yeah, like I said, the R3 will always go here. And I guess that's it. I don't know if I've missed anything. Oh, let me take this out because I need to use this. And I guess that's it. Unless people who are watching have any questions. Whoa. That is essentially my kit bag. Ooh, the sun is back. I'm just relocating myself. Whoa. Hi, welcome back. Oh, doing this live thing is not easy. Sorry for the rustling. I was just moving things around. But yeah, guys, that is it. That's my kit bag. Like, that is essentially what is in my bag. Oh, I don't know if you've seen anything in there that has really surprised you in terms of me carrying the kit. If there's one thing I really want to get is a multi-tool kit, because sometimes I find myself like scrambling looking for a coin to tighten nuts and stuff like that, or even to sometimes tighten my tripod and all of this. So I am looking for a multi-tool to add to my kit bag. I've seen one from Small Rig that is in my basket. I normally put them in my baskets and then leave them there. When I have money, I just buy it. So yeah, that is one thing I think I need to add onto my my kit bag. If there's one thing I didn't show you enough of is like I normally have one or two. I think I did show it from the small bag. I normally have a cleaning cloth, but I normally carry another one in my crossbody bag. My crossbody bag is my everyday bag, which I carry to events. But I soon realized that when I wear the double strap, it really cuts onto my shoulder, and I'm looking for a bum bag. So that's another thing I'm going to invest in terms of carrying kits around. So I'm in the market for a bum bag. I've already a friend has recommended one, and I've already seen another one that I'd like. So I might get both of them and see which one I like the most, and I'll use that one. And yeah, we'll see. And I don't know what I'll do with the others, but I'm sure, because they're different colors, I'm sure I'll find a use for it eventually. But yeah, a bum bag is something else that I want to get. I've mentioned I always carry the roller bag, and I have my backpack, which is my everyday backpack, but I still use it for photography stuff. But I also have a photographic backpack, which came before the roller bag. So that was my go-to bag. I used to have a backpack that goes across the body like this, but I've since sold it because I didn't like it that much. A sling, yes. A sling, but I didn't like it so much because my kit was expanding, as in I was getting more and more gear. And that's why I shifted from my backpack, because the kit was getting heavy and I needed something to wheel around so as to lighten the load off my shoulders, hence the roller bag. But I don't know. Would I recommend this roller bag? Yes and no. If you have a small kit, I would recommend it. But if you have a lot of like heavy gear, like for instance, the biggest lens I've put in this bag and it fit without any problems was a 100-300 RF lens without the hood. And that lens is not small. Because the hood, I put it in my backpack when I was carrying it. So put that into consideration. The 70-200, I think, is the max. If anything, the 70-200 RF, EF, because I'm a Canon girl, I'm going to speak on that. And then If anything, the next lens up is probably the 100-400 EF. That's the biggest lens that can fit in this roller bag comfortably with the hood. But without the hood, even the 400, I tried putting the 400 lens in there. It was just too big because the front glass, is it 95 or 100 and something? It's too big for this roller bag. So I ended up carrying it on my backpack, or I would get a backpack when I'm loaning out the lens. I'd get a backpack that fits that lens. So keep that in mind. So when you're shopping for your bags, make sure your kit can fit the bag, or have foresight. Probably you're thinking, oh, I might end up investing in more camera gear or more glass. That's something you need to think about in terms of buying a bag. You can always sell and upgrade the bag, but I think a bag is an investment, a long-term investment, and that's why I've kept my bag for years and years and I don't think I'm going to change it anytime soon, because one, the wheels have held up really well. That's one thing I'm really grateful that the wheels are still going strong. But at the moment, to be fair, I'm looking to upgrade the bag to a hard case one, so I can sit on the bag when I'm on the pitch, or I can use the bag or rolling case as a table to place my laptop when I'm editing on the pitch. So I'm looking into getting either a Pelly case or a Nanak Pelly case or Nanak. I'll put links in my bio, in the description, or rather, of whatever bags that I'm looking at. And it's from seeing other photographers using these cases and saying, okay, yeah, I might want to get me one of those. But with that case, I need to figure out, does a 400 lens, if I get it on loan, it doesn't matter because that lens is expensive. Don't think I'll be able to buy it yet. But if the time comes for that to happen, will it fit that case? Or will I just rely on me having like the 70-200 or something else, another lens? But yeah, so I'm on the market to upgrade this roller case into a hard one. More for longevity and functionality, to be honest. As I've said, I like to use it as a table. When I'm on the pitch, I can just sit on the ground and place my laptop, and it balances well, because my laptop, yes, will balance on this, but it's quite soft and it's annoying because it moves a lot and stuff like that. A hard case is more solid and rigid, so that would be nice. And also to sit on, I can't sit on this one, I'm too heavy, so I can sit on that case and use my blue stool that I've just shown you as my table for my laptop. So and also, because this is almost like a soft, it has that fabric feel to it. I did not like when I went to a match and it was really muddy. I did not enjoy that at all. At least with a hard case roller bag, I can easily like wipe it or use water to clean it down, because this one was really difficult to get clean and I didn't enjoy that at all. So yeah, that's something also to keep in mind with regards to that. So yeah, I thought I'd just share a little bit of those tips with regards to having the bag and all of that. And yeah, I'm looking at the chat section. There's nothing on there at the moment, so I'm going to hand it over to you who is watching. What's in your camera bag? Or having watched what's in my camera bag, I'll pose the question again. What has surprised you that's in the camera bag? Or what have you seen in my camera bag you hadn't thought of to put in your camera bag? Please leave comments in the comment section below. I'm really curious to know what exactly is in your kit bag, and also what do you think I should add to my kit bag that you see that I didn't have. Give me your recommendations and even send me links of where I could get this stuff. Like, give me suggestions and stuff like that. And if you have any questions, yeah, leave them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to answer them as soon as I can. Yeah, that would be really, really good. I'm really interested to see what's in your kit bag. So yeah, so I hope this live helped you like get a glimpse of a little bit of what is in my kit bag, and yeah, what kind of kit that I use when it comes to taking my photography, as in taking my pictures. And yeah, I guess that's it for today's live. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you next week. So again, I do these lives every Monday between 7 and 8 p.m. And this is my 7th one. And I'm doing this as a little experiment for 2025. So we'll see how long I can keep this up. But so far so good. I've been having fun. It's been difficult, like trying to set up and trying to figure out topics to share with you. But I'm really proud of myself for like doing this and sticking it out for the 7 weeks that I've been doing this, even with technical difficulties. So it's not going to be perfect. Certainly it's not going to be perfect, but hey, here we are. I'm doing it, my little experiment, and I'm glad that I'm sticking with it. Yeah. So as I've mentioned in previous lives, I never come up with topics. Like, I can't tell you what I'm going to be discussing next week, to be fair. My brain does not work like that, unfortunately, because I have so much going on. I always come up with topics either the day before or on the day. Like this one, I was scrambling literally within the last 2 hours on what to discuss. So, and then I thought, oh, let me try and see if I can set up my camera and use my phone to show you my camera bag. And yeah, and it kind of worked. At least I've shown you a little piece of that. And I hope it's been really helpful. So yeah, again, every Monday 7 to 8 p.m. I'll be here to share with you anything that will be of value, hopefully to at least one person, right? Okay, I am rambling on and I think I'm getting hungry. So I will leave you guys until the next one. Next week, every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch you